So, hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Claire. This channel is about empowering you on your twin flame journey, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine, and whatever's going on there. And as I've been saying, I feel we will start attracting people that are more people, because there are people that watch that aren't a twin flame. I think we will attract people that aren't on the twin flame journey too. So, welcome whoever you are. The energy's rough, okay? I'm just going to leave it at that, and I'm going to see what comes out here. But this leapt out when I picked up that deck, so everybody knows. And actually, I was drawn to a spider on the ceiling when I filmed the one that I'm going to publish for tomorrow, for Saturday, because I filmed Saturday and Sunday because I have the weekend off. Yeah, so like I said, it says creative projects, so it can be about any creative projects you're doing, and spiders are the ancestors, but, and it's a big but, when it comes to spider webs, that is my sign of black magic. So that can be black magic, spell work, confusion, illusion, just any kind of fuckery like that. And unfortunately, in the pre-energy to Mercury retrograde, which comes in later this month, I think it's around the 25th. Yeah, we're already, a lot of that confusion energy can come in already. But with Saturn direct in Pisces today, with the full moon, oh, that's interesting, I'm sneezing. If you're new, when I burp, usually like burp or hiccup, burping or hiccuping is usually when I'm clearing energy, but occasionally I will sneeze too. So I feel that same even saying it's stronger clearing energy that's going on. That basically, yeah, Saturn is boundaries, and in Pisces it's no boundaries or blurry boundaries. So because it was retrograde, it's been teaching you to go inwards and reflect on your boundaries and whether other people respect your boundaries, and just generally all things like that. So now that it's direct, you're being given tests and hurdles to show you, like, are you going to put up with the same stuff that you would have put up with in the past, karmic lessons. Remember, it's the same pattern, the same lesson can show up in all different types of people. And so yeah, it's just, so basically with it, so that's the boundary thing, because it's fascinating that all week things about boundaries have been coming through, especially a couple of days ago. And then all I've had is, like, I've had my own things, and I've also had other people coming to me for help, having things with them too. And it's not small stuff, it's like big stuff. And again, so that brings me to the full moon in Taurus conjunct Uranus today, which in the UK, that's not till about 9:30 at night. But, the energy is very much around. It's a super moon. It's very intense. As I keep saying, that conjunction with alcohol as well, that is about head injuries, if we're talking literal stuff, but it's about getting your head bitten off. So, don't be surprised if there's any of that going on. So the only thing I can sort of say is, if you're the one, being like angered or triggered, or, try to do something to, clear your energy, get grounding, take some time away from others, or you could really lash out. And again, once you've said certain things, it's really quite hard to take them back. Again, anybody that ever lashes out at me, I'm very used to it. It's the nature of my work. With my Pluto in Scorpio in the 12th house, I am a giant mirror for people. So, it's very common that people can project their own pain, and it's, yeah, but it doesn't mean it's always easy, guys. It's really quite exhausting, which is the reason why. And it's upsetting when, I'm the strongest I've ever been, but it does make sense as well that when you're the strongest that you've ever been, the psychic attacks amp up. But I fell asleep listening to my own clearing black magic video last night, so apart from feeling a wee bit tired, I'm feeling sensitive today, so I'm just going to be taking some time for myself, and praying for anybody that is going through any kind of spiritual warfare or intense energy, because I feel really everyone is in some type of way. 444, but the angels are with you. And I'll put this back anyway and see if it comes out again, because actually when I was shuffling the other decks, there was shitty cards that were coming out too, so I'll just see if they come out. But the whole point of me really channeling is to transmute the energy like I always do, but it's just because it's so intense. Like, because also, like, you know, Uranus is pretty much opposite the sun too, so it's like, that's because, and remember, because the sun is, so basically I've already sort of said, but with the full moon in Taurus conjunct Uranus, that is things to do with your home environment, your money, your assets. It's how you value yourself. So you see, with the mixture of Saturn and Pisces going direct as well, it is like putting up boundaries with where people disrespect you. So that can be wherever. So I very much feel with some of the synchronicities that have been happening to me, or that I've been helping people with, and just all the channeled messages. Like, basically, there were so many heads up for the past week. It's kind of blown my mind. Like, you know, God and the guides really had all of our back if you were paying attention. I just got drawn to 555 as well, big changes, which is definitely the Uranus. So, you know, don't be surprised if, unfortunately, I would say, if you are in the masculine energy, there's massive shifts going on with karmic situations, like karmic lovers, karmic friends, karmic family. That's why I was guided to publish those ones that I filmed. I think I filmed them about 5 it was 5 months ago, and I got guided to publish them. And again, when I watched them back, I was gobsmacked again at some of the themes that were, and it wasn't even what the title was about. It was other stuff that I'd spoke about that is current again for people. So it's pretty mind blowing. Again, time really is an illusion, and that's why I trust whenever I get guided to watch one of the videos that I've published for everyone, for myself or for a client, or, you know, to share with everyone on the channel. I usually do go and watch it because they're telling me watch it for a reason. And then, like I said, if they guide me to watch one that's on the membership first and then it's to be released later, I trust that because they're telling me that for a reason. It was 144 when I was saying that, actually, like the time. So that's really important for the 144. Like, after you're shining bright, you're shining, and it's irritating people's demons. And there's a lot, like I said, it's what I mean by that is there's a lot of people going through an ego death and a lot of shadow work right now. And when you're in that, it's a difficult place. Intense sadness, grieving, loss, separation, regrets, betrayal, crying, mourning. But that word betrayal, this is coming in big time. I really do feel. I feel it's like, I can just tell there's an important message that, like I said, I've been given all week, but I'm being serious when I say here, if you feel unsafe in any type of environment, whether definitely in person, but even online, get out, set your boundaries, don't put up with it. It's really going on just now. And so you could be getting, I feel with me getting a text as I'm saying that, you know, you could, and even there I just saw one line and somebody said there's lots going on. So, you know what I mean? It's like, I feel that sums it up. You know, I feel you could be getting texts from people needing your help, or you could be the person reaching out for help. Please be so vigilant if you are a divine feminine and your masculine's getting in touch. Suddenly, I feel there could be a lot of that going on this weekend. Unfortunately, this weekend into next week, you know, and I am talking real time because of this full moon. So now it really actually makes sense for a lot of the downloads I've had, even just overnight. Like, it makes sense why I was saying, although that was a really nice reading on the live last night, it makes a lot of sense where it's like, you know, some of this could be real time, because I feel it could be a lot of really negative stuff that's going on. But again, I've just picked up the Phoenix. Again, it's like, you know, it's a time of, you know, changed mind as well. Like, you know, there could be a lot of that going on with the shocks. You know, expect unexpected. Look what's just sitting here. Unexpected connection, opposites attract. Again, I just feel there's a lot of changes going on. And behind that as well, these were the ones that came out before I press record. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. But really, it's the bottom line I'm interested in. A lot of people in an ego death and still moving through the shadow. Again, this is why I say, you know, people are either in the healed shadow where you can be empowered and set boundaries, and even when people are coming at you really intensely, it's never going to be nice, but you stay grounded and you stay centered and you love yourself unconditionally, and basically you don't put up abusive behavior, right? It seems self-explanatory, but I mean, a lot of people really do need to hear that, you know, that don't put yourself in a position where you're allowing just so much shit to come at you, because a lot of you will, because you've maybe been used to that. And again, it goes the same way. If anybody watching this happens to be somebody that is lashing out at others, please just be mindful, like, that it is very sloppy energy, and it's something that when you get more grounded, it's not, it's not great, is it? But again, it's a full moon. The full moon illuminates the subconscious. Trust me, people are going to really just give it to people today, tonight, over the weekend. So protect your energy, people, and just be mindful. If you don't want to have regrets later, don't be doing that to people. But yeah, fear, ego issues, jealousy. This is the ugliness of the shadow of the world. It's also the very last days of Pluto in Capricorn, because we are now days away. It's the 19th, so we're 4 days away from Pluto going into Aquarius. So this is quite literally the old world dying, and it's ugly. It's ugly in the world, and it's ugly in personal situations. So again, if you're aware of the transition of what the earth is going through, it's better to channel energy towards, the like visualizing a happy outcome. 11:11 again, the 11:11 portals, I feel they're saying this is a lot to do with the 11:11 portal, like dark rituals that people do as well. There's been a lot of shitty energy that's been put out there, like CERN and stuff like that, and so yeah, it is affecting people. So right, I'm actually going to get the new earth cards in a minute. Right, so I'm going to show you the order I pulled cards in last night. This card keeps appearing, right? Now, usually when I'm talking about Jezebels, I'm talking about like, karmic lovers of like the male masculines, right? But Jezebel can also appear in men as like a very bitchy spirit. It's just somebody that basically is out to get you. It's a very nasty attacking energy. And so in my other deck, I keep pulling the card attachment. So again, like I said, if you don't clear your energy properly, people can get attachments. And it's interesting too, because I've had in the past where it's like, often when you're the one that's got the attachment, it's like, you might not even know. So there's a lot of that going on as well. And it's just, there's a lot of projection. There's just a lot of weird energy right now. So that came out, shadow release. That's just basically what I'm saying about, like, the people are going through an ego death, which could be you. Purify, cleanse, and release, or it could be your twin. Expansion, prosperity, growth. I feel it's saying, like, when you can put the boundaries up and move through this, right, with anybody that's in that energy around you. Hopefully nobody's like that around you, but I know that it will be for some. Especially, again, divine feminines, I feel you're getting thrown tests wherever in life about that as well. Like, are you going to allow like abuse from anyone in your life, and it's a fuck no from me. Basically, if it's not a fuck yeah, it's a fuck no. And again, like, it's interesting because like and every now and again I get people asking me to do things like, on other people's stuff. And I just sort of thought about something recently, and I'd said to somebody, I was like, it doesn't feel the right time just now, but and that person had said, I'm just keeping it anonymous, but the person had said, oh, let me know if you change your mind. So that's, and I liked it because that person had said something similar to me. I wanted to be I can't remember, it was something like that, but I wanted it to be a fuck yes, and that's what I say all the time too. If it's not a fuck yeah, it's a fuck no. So, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's just a fuck no just now, and it's a fuck yes later. So I think when I'm saying this, it's like, I feel that is now maybe going into some lighter energy of the masculines. Maybe the masculines in the past were like, look, fuck no, you know what I mean? I don't want this, I don't want that. And now it's like, fuck yeah, I do want that, kind of get. So wherever that makes sense to you, but it's about, again, knowing yourself and not being wishy-washy. And you can't be wishy-washy when it comes to your boundaries. Death and rebirth, the phoenix energy. So the phoenix on 2 cards, you see. And then healing, gentleness of love, realignment, transformation. See, a lot about transformation because it's Scorpio season. But remember, Scorpio season is dark. It's painful. Scorpio is my favourite sign, but it's also dark and painful. It's my favourite sign because I can help people through this stuff. But it's kind of like what I've said before, when somebody's really in the darkness of the shadow, or when they're appearing as energies like Jezebel and stuff like that, or Leviathan, which is like, again, both these, Leviathan is like the spirit of pride and ego, and Jezebel is like, the energy that I've described. That is very, you can't reason with someone in that energy. Like, I remember, again, this is anonymous, but I remember once being at an in-person shamanic group, and the behaviour that someone was displaying was so concerning, like, for everyone in the group. And then even like people had given this person a lift home and stuff like that, and it was honestly next level crazy shit. And it basically had, like, people had to clear this woman's energy because it wasn't attached. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, so again, I'm praying for anybody that might be feeling like there's anyone like that around them, just like I said, just keep smudging your energy, praying. And it's, for a lot of you, if you're very far on in this journey, like, I feel it's because you've got a lot of good stuff coming. And like I said, it's because it's coming for me. It's like, because I'm feeling strong and calm and at peace, I've had people like projecting their own pain at me, like, "Oh, maybe this and maybe that." And I'm like, I never even that. And that's why it's been coming out about. And again, can I just say, I actually channeled about boundaries and then stuff happened to me. So that's what's kind of amazing. Like, when I'm channeling these messages, they're for me as well. But like, it's, when somebody's, that's, everybody knows that knows their stuff, that when somebody's like basically try to be like, oh, I don't think you're all right, or I think, this, or I think that. It's a lot of the time, it's like, what I mean? It's they're not seeing that stuff is going on with them. And the telltale sign is that, as if you know that you're like, wait a minute, but I'm actually all right. Like, what you're doing to me is making me feel a bit weirded out, but actually I'm very grounded and calm. Like, so, only you're going to know what when you are. But again, just be mindful, be kind, be assertive, but it does get to a point when I've dealt with people like this in the past, it's like, you cannot be kind to some, you don't need to be nasty either, but you have to be assertive, you know what I mean? It's, so again, unfortunately there's a lot of that going on, but where two people want to find a resolution, that can come about, but it is to do with the old timelines collapsing. Look, 11 November right now, insights, higher embodiment, expressing. So it's like what I said, like, you get to decide what wolf you feed. You either feed the shadow and the pain that's coming out and you lash it out at other people, or you realise that the old timelines are collapsing of Pluto, which rules Scorpio, which is all this phoenix energy, and you choose to embody your higher self and get grounded. But yeah, it's the heart of ascension. We're ascending, like I said, you can choose to ascend the darkness of the world and move into expansion, love for all, playfulness, and release the past. Or, you can stay in the old earth. But again, I don't know about you, but I'm certainly not staying. Well, I've not been in that energy for a long time, and whenever I feel anybody pulling me into it, I remove my energy from it. So big energies, right? So I do want to shuffle this. So like I said, let's just see what comes out. Like I said, I've already said I do feel with whatever world things are going on or whatever challenges you're getting in your everyday life, that's just leapt out. Fucking hell, see what I mean? Sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive persistence, working on it. But again, it's the word sabotage that's coming out. If, just 1804 union. There's, so it's, what I mean? It's energies, again, it's entities and energies working through anybody they can, anybody that's got access to you. So that's friends, family, anybody in your life to sabotage union. That's what that means. So see through it. And again, where possible, try to not make it about the person, and it's just about energies and entities. Basically, energies and entities have access to anyone, especially if anybody's, if it's alcohol or drugs or anything like that. They've got a wider portal, a wider access, and that's why it's like, you've got to be mindful of that, being around others or yourself. But again, I really do feel it's like, I'm kind of feeling like the hammer. It's like nailing a door, the other day, nailing a door shut, like it's kind of like, I feel this is people that you've maybe given somebody a lot of chances, and now it's like, time's up, I've given you a chance, I don't want this anymore. So it feels like, a karmic situation as it landed on that. Tough lessons, codependency, comfort zone, temptation, not being true to self, avoiding shadow work. Look at what I've just said, guys, because it's God and the guide speaking through me, stuck and depressed. So again, this is where it's like, you really have got to lean upon your better nature to be able to see that people in a dark place can do dark things. But like I said, when you're actually that person, it can be difficult to see it. But so it really just depends. Because again, it's quite tricky because a lot of people tuning in, you are the person that's in that place. So, but again, So I would just, if you can, sort of go inwards and be more introspective and hermit if you're in that place, and go get the support where it's needed. And it's one-to-one work that people need. It is therapy that people need. It's when you're in that place to get through that. Again, it's like, I say that all the time, but it's like, no amount of Reiki, or even like as much as I love soul retrievals, it's going to give you strength for a while. But if you're realizing it's real deep-seated trauma and stuff going on, it really is that ongoing weekly therapist that you're going to need to talk through this stuff. It's no amount of clearing chakras is really going to cut it. It's going to, like I said, it's going to take the edge off, but that's really that's what's been coming through for weeks. And that's why, like I said, I've got people signing up for the therapy now, and I'm for, like, it's good that I've got more work, but it's just unfortunate it's because people are needing more support in that way. Telepathy, yeah. So again, I feel this is really talking about, again, just look out for heightened telepathy right now with your twin, because I really do feel that like, that's what I mean. Either you're the person that is coming up against a lot of difficulty, and you could be a feminine energy, because, like I said, especially because I'm a feminine energy that guides the Twin Flame Collective and the collective in general. I get put into very challenging situations because they're telling me this is what's happening to the masculines. It's not all the masculines, but this is what happens. So it's but like I said, it's not nice when it's actually happening to you. But yeah, I really do feel that it's, like I said, just watch out, because with this combination, I mean, hammer, karmic, telepathy, this is definitely your twin could be, if their actual self isn't reaching out to you, their soul is. Multi-dimensional connection, feeling each other's emotions, mind reading, connected through space and time, pure communication. So yeah, definitely pray and send your twin love, because I just saw the heartbreak card again there twice. Reunion. It's because of this, guys. The reunions are coming in. And, that can bring up a lot of jealousy, envy, and, basically, yeah, that's what the shadow integration is. If you haven't integrated your shadow, it's going to bring up those feelings. Twin flame union, coming back together, oneness, reconciliation, meeting the one, spending time together, divine marriage. Now, this actually really does, that actually fits up with what I channeled in the live last night. And I don't know if I said it, and then there it is, like, behind the one that I showed you. Like, so this is what I mean, that unfortunately this, like, all of that combination, you've got karmic, whether you want to call it karmic haters, or snakes in the grass, or Jekyll and Hyde kind of energy. And it doesn't always need to be that. It can just be that someone is in a dark place and they're acting from their shadow. But like I said, their shadow can be pretty dark, so you got to protect. Like, I remember, like, this was years ago now, but like I said, I do go through stuff like this every now and again. But I remember years ago, yeah, someone just kept bombarding me with stuff. And I was asking them to stop, and they just wouldn't stop. And that's like, when somebody doesn't stop when you've asked them repeatedly, that is a very, very telltale sign of somebody does not respect you. So it doesn't matter what words they're giving you. If you've asked somebody to stop, especially if it's abusive, and they don't, pay attention to the red flags. Because these are the same people that one minute will be love bombing you, and the next minute they'll be tearing you to pieces. And that is like so beyond abusive. It's toxic. So this is the kind of, unfortunately, I feel this is the kind of karmic energies that people are dealing with. So, right. Player in reverse there, look, on the bottom. So we've got cheating, manipulation, deceit, lies, third party, non-committal, fear of intimacy, backstabbing, charmer, disrespectful. But it was in reverse. So again, that can be saying that, like, and that's quite harsh wording too, but it's it can be somebody that maybe was a player, isn't now, or maybe that can be some of the masculine energies, regardless your gender, have been dealing with backstabber, karmic energies themselves. It's really just however it's going to, but like I said, it doesn't need to be romantic. This can actually be anyone. I just feel there's a lot of, like, this energy is revealing, it's definitely anything that I've had a feeling about is being confirmed in very ugly ways right now. So world stuff and other stuff with clients and myself, so it's not nice. Praying for those situations. The chaser and a codependency keeps coming up. So if you know that you've got an issue with codependency, or any kind of trauma bonds or anything like that. Fear of abandonment issue, anything like that, just be aware of it. Man cave, wow, how amazing is that? Because I haven't used these cards for months. That's exactly what I just said. Yeah, it'd be wise to take time alone, problem solve, depression, isolation, hermit, sadness, wounds, shadow work. So shadow work, shadow work, shadow work. That's just backed up what I said about, because again, lightning, that's the Uranus energy. So, and like I said, Uranus conjunct the moon, shaking up shit in the material world, but also the sun and Scorpio opposite Uranus is, unexpected, painful things, really, I would say. Like, it can be like, transmuting and alchemy and turning pain into power, but yeah, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation is big tower moments anyway. Right. I think that might be in love calls. So I mean, it's like a mixture of shitty and nice stuff, isn't it? And I'm telling you, it's because these unions are coming in. Might not be yours, but it's someone's. Relationship evolving the next phase, healing the inner child. So bear in mind, like, some people in pain that are acting out around you, that's what they're needing to do. So try to dig deep for them through there, but don't put up with abuse. Growth. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Yeah, so. And like I said, the karmic energies, and really, it's not even just karmic energies. It's people are envious of that. So just be aware. And it can often come from expected places, but it can come from very unexpected places too. Like karmic friends and family and stuff like that too. Right. So this is where the Jezebel card came from. So I'm just interested to see if it comes again. Is there anything else we need to know? Don't take, if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. But something tells me from the emails and stuff that I've had from people telling me what they're going through and just things that I've been going through, I just know that this is going to resonate with a lot. Look, exactly. Black Moon, Lilith and Pisces, honour your boundaries. I mean, you just cannot fucking make this shit up. And there's something significant about the December there. So yeah, again, like I said, Black Moon Lilith deals with the shadow too, and in Pisces, it can be that blurry boundaries there, and that's why it's saying honour your boundaries. But it can also be a very psychic energy, but it's also Saturn. Saturn is in Pisces too, so it's just, I just said honour your boundaries. So again, this is why I shuffle. You can see that these are the cards that are coming out. The Black Madonna, Sacred Dark Goddess Mother, but again, it really just depends, it's like you can call on these goddesses for good or you can call on them for evil. So yeah, just make sure you're not going into the depths of hell. Pluto, again, endings and regeneration. Again, I know what they're saying, like this is about the end of Pluto. The very last degrees of Pluto and Capricorn. It's the old earth dying. Look, there's a big full moon behind as well. I suppose actually it's meant to be Pluto, but it looks like a big full moon. Endings and regeneration. But that's why I get spiritual warfare so bad from really anyone. Like, that's what I mean. I'm just always prepared because, and it's so funny, like other people that might think that they get spiritual warfare, I don't think people realise what can actually come at me because of what I can help people with. That's the downside. Like, I can really help people with the dark stuff, but it means then the dark energies go for me through people. Allow your light to shine, but just keep shining anyway. It's hard to keep shining, but keep shining, and just be aware that it's you're inevitably, like, look, divine. I knew it was a message for it's funny, it's for, I feel this is one of more of these messages for the divine feminine, but because it's like telling the divine feminines, if this hasn't happened to you yet, just be aware that you're coming even more into your power, you're letting your light shine, so you've got to have even more boundaries. So it's like I said the other day, because I sensed I was going to need it. I've had people help me out with my emails before, and then I haven't for the past year or so, but I've felt an increasing nudge to have that. So again, really from today onwards, I'm going to have somebody's going to be helping me with my emails. So just so that you know that. Because I can't take on board the volume of stuff that's there, but it's also just for other reasons there as well. So But yeah, divine feminines, just like I said, keep shining your light, but honour your boundaries, and just know that you're more, if you haven't already come up against some difficult challenges, I feel that might be yet to come, but I don't want to call that in for you. Yeah, but just, call on your spiritual magic, your guides to protect you. Right, let's get some, I'm going to use some more darker cards, and then I'm going to end it with some cards. So basically, I don't know if I got that out, but because of the night that I've had, like I said, very rough energy. I'm not up for doing a live stream. If anything changes a wee bit, nah, to be honest, like there's absolutely no way. I don't want to do a live stream in this full moon, very erratic, all over the place energy. I just think that's a disaster waiting to happen. So, yeah. Yeah, so basically, if you want to have some kind of abundance activation through an unlisted or a Zoom call next week, I'd be happy to do that. But I think that's a good call, because I showed up the last 2 days doing a live. So, and yeah, so I'm going to be kind to myself and have the night to myself, being well, it's the weekend now anyway, just honouring my boundaries and stuff like that as well. So, like I said, I would strongly advise that you do that out there too. I'm praying for the world in personal situations. And let's see what the tea is. Take a deep breath if you're sensitive. What's going on? Oh my god, it is a rough one. So we've got kids at risk of being taken, about to just reporting something, neglect, abuse. So again, if it's not stuff to do with children, it's just the fact that look how much I've been saying abuse. But also this could be talking about inner child healing. But again, that is one of the rough ones. So wolf in sheep's clothing, oh my god, hello, that came out too. And also it's interesting that I said be careful what wolf you feed. You can either feed the dark side in you and lash out at people from your pain, or you can feed the light side. And the thing is, this is what I like to say, like that's why that's there. A certain darkness needs to see the stars. If you are in the dark, then you're in the dark. But what's important is that you're mindful that you're not in the best place to be around people, which is why I stress to people all the time, especially if you're working with others, you have to have had a proper ego death and shadow integration to work with others, because you come up against a lot of that. Like I come up against this like every couple of years, where like, yeah, like I can just tell it, whenever anybody turns out to not really be exactly what they're making out, it always ends up that I was right, like what I felt. So but yeah, just be wary, because that's exactly what I've said. Your ego again, like, I mean, they're just backing me up. Hurt ego getting in the way of relationship. So this will be different. This will have different meanings to different people. Like this could literally be anyone around you that's going through an ego death, that's lashing out, that's or this could be this could be you as a masculine energy, or this could be your masculine energy, especially because it's 33 minutes Jesus rebirth energy. So again, like I said, just be aware of that. If you're in a very angry oh my god, what the fuck, look at all those cards. Dodging bullets, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people. Now I always think that mistakes are like protected by haters, but I always think, is that a mistake, or is that meant to be like, look, people claiming to be, on your side, they could be secret haters, protected by haters, but it's whatever it means to you. But either way, trust your intuition right now, whether it's somebody you know well or somebody, definitely if it's somebody you don't know very well, but just be aware of any kind of strange behaviour, because that's exactly what I've just channeled. I don't even know if we need any more of these cards. I'm a bit scared to see what comes out. But I wouldn't be surprised, if like karmic friends or something like that comes out, or the Jezebel in this deck, and like I said, it's entities that if you're in a low vibration, you're given, you give them access. So, like I said, if you are going through a dark time and you know that, just be mindful of your energy, keep clearing your energy. Looking you up, people that are researching you, studying you, getting info, again, and this is what people like that would do, it's people that make out like, I only sort of check you out every now and again, but they're actually like, studying you hard. And so we've got romantic affair, love affair, sex fix, secret lover. So however that comes into it, an offer. So with that combination, that could even be that, like, you know, this could be some of the masculines that are coming towards their feminines, you know, on the down low. But yeah, but again, I knew that was going to come out. And again, can I just remind you, I did mention that your light is irritating the demons in people. So just, you know, be very mindful. Yeah, and they're creeping. So again, I have to stress, it's usually the people that make out they're not watching what you're doing, or they only check in every now and again, that are watching everything that you're doing, in my experience, into you. Good chemistry, great vibes, positive, and a lot of these people can feel that that's coming for you. Talking shit, yep, so people could be slandering your name, talking shit about you, dirty offers, don't trust what you don't feel is genuine. Yeah, and that came out again out of all those cards. I'm so into you, I can barely breathe. That's the Scorpio energy, you know, very intense sexual desire. Although it seems to be more of the pain that's coming through on this, but yeah. So again, ain't shit. So again, that can, however that fits into the story. Legal issues, travel. Again, this could be some people, like, you could be going through so much abusive situations that you're guided to move away from things. Ignoring and ignore it. Yeah, I think they're just talking about the abuse. You don't need to put up with that. Divination abuser. Yeah, again, not everybody that has a deck of cards or claims they're a this or a that is actually of the light, you know, so just be aware of that as well. Equally, people that are in a dark place, you know, that haven't went through an ego death, can go through that, properly heal, and then, you know, be reborn. But that's why I say, like, you know, it's not wise to work with others if you haven't went through that, because you could actually, you're going to bleed all over everyone else that never hurt you, like the people that are trying to help you. But this is going to have to play out with some of you, okay? So yeah, cock blocking, again, that's interesting in this context, because I feel the cock blocking that's going on is actually, it's just blocking, and I'm going to do that. It's blocking in, wait a minute, we'll put that over there. It's blocking in general. I feel there is, by shining your light in whatever way you're doing that, right? It's because this feels like it's more for the feminines. By shining your light in whatever way you're doing that, there's people coming at you trying to block your blessings. They might not even realise it themselves, because it's the entities that are working through people. But it's because people can feel good stuff coming for you. Whether it's union, more success, more abundance, something like that. Same shit, different day. So just, yeah, water off a duck's back. Just keep, karmic friends. I told you it was going to come out. Can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition. That feels very relevant. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I have never believed in that. As soon as you realise that somebody is a wolf in sheep's clothing, you know, move away. Like, wherever it is you're in contact with them, it's not wise to have somebody that's in that energy around you. And then we've got cyberbully. So that, I was actually going to say that, like, this doesn't need to just be in person. This can be online as well. You're being bullied online, or they have suffered from it. So that's what I mean about, you know, I've got compassion, because I feel that basically when people lash out at others, it's because they've suffered from it themselves. So like I said, whenever I've suffered this in the past, I forgive anybody that has harassed me, you know, in that kind of way, whether it be through phones or, you know, the computer, or in person too. But again, you just wouldn't want these people around you, you know, like, once somebody showed you that Jekyll and Hyde side of them, why the hell, you know, no way. So yeah, I feel like that's enough. Yeah, I mean, like, look, stalking, watching, obsessed. And again, that's why I just said that. It's the people that make out they're not, you know, that they're not arsed about you. It's actually doing that. I mean, I just keep cutting the deck at this crazy shit. So looking for dirt on you, or vice versa. So just, you know, just be really mindful of this. Let's put all of these here for the thumbnail, and I'll work out right. So could we get some nice messages? But yeah, look what's sitting here as well. Don't dim to fit in, though. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Because the thing is, if somebody's being like that to you, they're going to be like that to you even if you're not shining your brightest. So you may as well shine your brightest. It's just you would need to bring in more protection, you know. So what else have we got here?
So like I said, I'm going to just stress that one more time. If you're in a position where you feel like your twin is because that's more basically point blank, that's what they're saying to me. If you are having stuff like this happen to you, like if you're having people that are ignoring your boundaries, however extreme they are, because for some people it won't be that extreme, but for other people I feel it is, it's more than likely that your masculine is going through a mirrored situation. For some of you, I feel it could be in real time. But for others, I feel it's like, they've went through that in the past, or sadly they're going in the future. So, yeah, I definitely know, I definitely know from sessions I've done with others when I've picked that up, and I definitely know from personal sessions I've had in the past, a lot of it is coming to fruition now, and I've always been warned about that there's a lot of people that watch me that are very jealous, envious, and they'll come across as a wolf in sheep's clothing, and it's kind of like, so like I said, I always kind of, and the thing is, I go to God and I can do my own cards, but I also have obviously got a lot of close people around me that if I'm feeling something's a bit off, they check it right away too, and it's always what I was feeling. So, for a lot of you, I might be that person that can sense that, but like I said, it's just a lot of people are not in a good place right now. So I'm praying for anyone that's in that place, and again, it's probably going to annoy and trigger people that are lurking on this, that are being difficult towards me, or again, whether it's because like I said, I've got people from years ago that were actually all of this. There were people that were whether you call it stalking, but yeah, people that were very much all about me. Oh, you're so amazing, blah, blah, basically love bombing, and then the next thing I know, turned it into a bit of a kind of like not that, and some of these people still actually do watch me, so and it can be, yeah, so I'm just aware of that, but like I said, you've just got to keep on shining, because I'm here to help a lot of people, and so I've been aware that I'm going to get that energy. So I'm extremely grateful if you are one of the good ones that's genuine, and you keep me in your prayers and protection. But you don't need to worry about me, because I am in my strength, and I'm not putting up with anything like that. So yeah. So again, if from time to time, if I feel like if I get guided to turn off the comments, which is really sad, because first of all, we hardly get any comments. But if I get guided to put off the comments, then I might do that for a while, just because I can't. It's a bit overwhelming. I don't want to be dealing with, even when it's nice comments, I just don't want to be commenting back and forwards, to be honest. So I feel they might, yeah, I feel they're saying that. I feel they might want to do that for a while. But if there is anything you really do want to comment about, or, you can always, drop me an email. But like I always say to people, within reason, because it's when you're going through a difficult time, you've really got to honor people's skills and expertise, and they're basically their job. This is my business, and do that by way of a session. So, but just because if I've not done it yet, but it's just because of how crazy this energy is, you just never know. Yeah, and look, wow. I mean, see what I mean about how powerful this energy is. Unearth the earth. You're part of the process of unearthing the roots of fear from humanity to an awakened consciousness. And that's why I keep saying, look, I know the situations are rough. Believe me, I know. Okay? I'm sure you can guess what I mean by that. But I know from past situations, and I just know. But we are, unearthing the roots of fear from humanity. And Pluto in Capricorn, it is ugly. It's only for a few days. When it goes into Pluto in Aquarius, we're still going to have to deal with some difficult stuff, but we're moving to a more of a community-based sort of environment. So that's why I'm saying, even people that are acting difficult right now, I am praying for you, right? So, but I'm only going to help people that are but it's 222 right now, so I love in partnership. I'm only going to help people that give me the respect that I deserve. I'm not going to stand for any kind of bullshit, basically, and you shouldn't either. Old man, so something about inheritance. We've got a message coming, unfolding surprise. Yeah, again, I feel that's Aquarius. the Uranus energy I've spoke about, but look, that could be a nice surprise. So there could be a message coming in, romance, sweetness, flowers. Moon cycles change, but again, we're on the full moon literally today, but this is also talking about moon magic. So unfortunately, the black magic, the spell work, the difficult energy. So yeah, huge transformation. We've already had that word on a lot of cards. Yeah, from the masculine here. So again, so I feel all that kind of romance, sweetness, surprises, messages. Again, it all sounds a bit like fucking too good to be true, doesn't it? But seriously, if you are the masculines watching, it's fascinating me that at the start of the week I was saying, and in these lives that I've done, the masculines are feeling this strong instinct, intuition to protect their feminine. And I would trust that because a lot of the feminines are going through just going through it. I like, certainly whenever I come up against difficult people in person or online, it is, you know what I mean? It does cross your mind. It's like, God, if I actually had a man here, they'd be like, put down the phone. Like, you don't need to put down, you don't need to put up with that bullshit. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, that's what I've always said. Like, it's the little things I think sometimes that matter with stuff like that. So I have to be my own masculine and be like, put down the phone. Do you know what I mean? Like, whether it's like nice interactions or not so nice interactions, like, have your boundaries. But yeah, I've always felt this groom husband marriage card reminds me of kingdom spouse, kingdom husband. It's the masculines getting ready to contact. So like I said, some masculines won't be anywhere near this because some of you are in the stuck, depressed, ego death, and you have to heal, you're in the shadow. But I mean, so just, I feel for some people as well, you see, it could be because it just fell in that. Reminisce and keepsake perception, learn from the past, make memories. So yeah, a lot of masculines are coming forward because they've learned from the past. Have faith, love is coming, surprise. Oh, there's surprise again. Surprise, invitation, meeting, or hesitation. So again, a lot of masculines could be hesitating about coming forward because of how they've ran in the past, and being very self-indulgent, indulgent, all about themselves. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, less than ego. So I feel, this person, all the masculines are in this place, are coming back and they want to put the past behind it. Yeah, look, they're coming back to their queen. That's like, oh my God, this is what I said on the live last night. The one that I filmed for Sunday, it is about like a king and a queen return to each other, divine feminine, divine masculine. So yeah, I feel like, look how that guy's facing that woman. So I feel this is a masculine going to the feminines. So whenever this, and again, success, and that's what I said about, it's your light is irritating the demons. If you're shining bright, it's the demons in people is what I might add. It's just, but yeah. So if you're a masculine and you're still healing, keep healing. But just be aware, some of you might actually get a masculine coming to you, and they're in their shadow, but they need help. So just just be aware of whatever speaks to you. Oh my God, there's all the cards falling on the ground. Yeah, it's challenges. I just said that. There's a lot of challenges going on right now. But look, there's... How amazing is that? We've now got the groom and there's the bride. It's because of this, guys. The divine marriage. I mean, the divine marriage for a lot of twin flames took place a very long time ago. And that's why you're so telepathic and you're so connected. But this is about the divine sacred union coming in. There's a lot of endings and beginnings going on in the world and in these karmic connections. And like I said, you're more than likely going through it. Yeah, like relocation home, that's the energy I was talking about with this full moon. This person's like, I've got the key, I've got the secret. And it also landed on love, new love, with a past love for some. I was going to end it there, but I'm actually going to shuffle some of these and some of these. What do we need from this deck? Surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you're a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that comes from just being you. Yeah, so again, keep shining, keep being who you are. But unfortunately, it is going to trigger... it's going to trigger people, but it's because of this. Like, people with low self-esteem, basically, right? So again, we pray for anyone like that. Possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Keep healing yourself. And then you can get to this point, of peace. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. Yeah, if you've worked hard to get to this, do not put up with any type of attack around you. Yeah, because look, you're headed for partnership and abundance. I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. And in this case, it's a partnership. It's a divine partnership. Powerful messages. Yeah, and then look, they told me to turn that over. It was face down. They told me to turn over. That's somebody that's a masculine, right? So you could be a masculine female because it's a woman, but you could also be a man. That's someone that's like, yep, I've got everything inside me. I'm ready to climb the ladder to the new earth, or I'm just ready to start the next part of my life. That's what I'm getting. So again, I must stress, not everybody's at this bit. So if you're a masculine, you're nowhere near this bit. You're nowhere near it, but some are. So yeah, surrender to the divine. Full moon today. Self-explanatory. I also, look what's on the bottom, the full moon in Pisces. There's just a lot of confusion, illusion. So be mindful, and Pisces energy is very psychic. Pay attention to your... I don't like that I've picked up this deck because this has got the deception card in it. Optimism, yeah. Be mindful of anybody trying to pull you out of that high energy. It's been happening to me a lot. Do not allow people to pull you out of that. They're pulling you into their pain when you're in peace. This masculine's coming out of the status quo, and there's flowers again. Don't ignore your intuition, masculines especially. Go and get the assistance, even if that's meditating, because the vast universe, but hidden motivations in reverse. Someone's motivation, a wolf in sheep's clothing, someone's motivations are hidden. Karmic energies, or it just depends what you would call it. It's, for some people it's karmic energies, but other people it's challenges, right, of people in pain. But either way, it's not energy you want to really have around you, because it's stuck energy that is trying to keep you stuck when you're moving forward. So very clear with all the cards. So what have we got? I'm interested if that collapsing old timelines card comes out again. Elven ones, divine creation code, starborn architects, divas, sacred geometry. So again, remember that word divas is about higher beings that you're calling on. But like I've said before, that when you sort of look into that can also be like, just be careful what you're tapping into. That's why I always go to God first. So I can bring through energies like Mary Magdalene, Goddess Isis, Goddess Kylie, Goddess Kylie. Maybe somebody's called Kylie. But yeah, just be careful that you are tapping into, the sources of light, because some people, think they're talking to the beings of light, and it's actually, the demons that are giving you advice. So forgiveness, yeah, but but for people that are in a dark place, it's about, you can forgive people, but set boundaries with them. See the bigger picture, trust and heal. Notice the signs. I feel that's also about notice the signs that's telling you to get away from situations, opportunities and divine timing, open to change, divine outcome, breathing, ground, feel sensations, purity, clarity, expression. Yeah, the ships of light, the Palladian energies are supporting this. Beam up your vibration, open to star family. You're loved, you're safe, rest well, sleep well. But again, I feel this is about, look, you're in the divine cosmic mother's womb. So, protect yourself, you are loved. If you're in pain, you're in loved. But rest and be mindful of your energy. Don't lash out at others that don't deserve it, that are here to help people. And if you are a divine feminine, if you're anyone basically, that's, especially, yeah, divine feminines, if you're out there, helping others or whatever you're doing, make sure you're resting and protecting your energy. So there's a removing of the falsehood, and like a lot of people's seer abilities are opening up. If you didn't have that third eye open, it's open now, your inner child's being healed to be able to see. But yeah, look, peacemaker through inner peace, resolving ancient splits. So beyond peace, beyond survival, and then that's always a good sign, that card. Blessing beyond the soul path. Honor all of life, exchange of joy without karma or sacrifice. Yeah. So basically, if you're used to things being hard and always having to sacrifice things for you to get what you want, let go of that. Stop putting that out into the ethers. And like I said, though, there are challenging energies, and there's likely to be. So just protect your energy, do what you got to do, and
what I've got to do is I'm not going live tonight because I don't feel like it. I need to start my weekend early already, and yeah, but sending you lots of love and praying for people, and I'll see you in the next one.